Hi, my name is Kate Blaha, and I am the Community Financial Education Coordinator for Case Credit Union. This video will cover a few budgeting tips to get you started in creating a budget that helps you meet your financial goals and sets you up for success. I'll start with a concept called mental accounting, which refers to many different human behaviors that lead us to make irrational decisions with money. If you hold your budget in your head rather than on paper or digitally, you are the victim of mental accounting. Mental accounting describes many types of emotional decisions, but for this video, I'll only mention one or two. Even though many of us have the best of intentions to budget responsibly, mental accounting can allow for spending that does not fit your financial goals and dreams. Here's a short example. Let's say I work in retail and I get a $50 bonus because I met a sales goal at work. Go me! Since I have worked hard and the $50 is outside my regular paycheck, I spend it on dinner for two to celebrate. While this is completely normal and okay way to treat oneself, it does not align with my budget goals at all. I want to pay down my credit card debt and I want to beef up my emergency savings. The logical and budget-driven way to use that extra money is to put it on my credit card payment or maybe put it in my savings. Now I'm ahead of where I thought I'd be on my budget goals. Yay me! Many people do this and it's okay to treat yourself, but it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Having a budget and knowing what you're working towards can give you clarity on how to use bonus money, whether you get it from work, a gift, or a tax refund. My first budgeting tip is create your budget. Emphasis on the action word create. This means get your budget out of your head and write it down. This can be on paper, using a budgeting app, or using a spreadsheet on your computer. If it is all in your head and you are like most human beings, you will become a victim of mental accounting. I'll give you 2 steps to get started on creating your budget. Journal your spending and put your paydays and bills on your calendar. One key to having a budget that works is being honest with yourself. This starts with writing down where every dollar you own is being spent. If you find yourself thinking that $7 latte you just bought is a treat and therefore not a part of my budget, stop. You are a victim of mental accounting. Write it down so you can be honest about how often that $7 treat happens. Once a month could be harmless. Several times a month might not be. If you're looking for a free resource, we have a financial wellness workbook on Case's financial wellness webpage, which is likely where you found this video. Check out pages 6 through 8 of the workbook for some spending tracking and bill calendar worksheets. Whether you journal the old-fashioned way in a notebook, using a spreadsheet in your computer, or on your phone with an app, make sure to also start a calendar of paydays and bills. Overcoming mental accounting is knowing exactly and accurately when you get paid and how much is coming in. You also want to know when your bills are coming out and exactly how much they will be. Once you get an idea of what you're spending your money on and when money goes in and out of your account, you'll need to create budget categories and put your spending habits in them. This is where you can start to create goals for cutting spending in some areas and prioritizing savings for others. On this slide, there's an example of common needs that go in your budget, like rent or mortgage, utilities, food, clothing, and gas for your car. Don't forget about important protections like health insurance and car insurance. These are the categories that must be met before any additional money is spent. But here's where my next tip comes in. You must also leave room for your wants in your budget. If you don't have any wants in your budget, you won't stick to it. This looks a bit different for everyone, but if you know you're not a cook and you're going to spend money on food out, put it in your budget. It's okay to spend money on restaurants and DoorDash, but it needs to be reasonable and under control so that your rent and bills are paid. Start thinking about your wants that need to be in your budget. A free resource for Case members can be found in our online banking app by clicking on the More icon in the bottom right of the screen. The money management tool allows you to pair your app to your checking account and any other outside accounts you use. You can then go through and categorize your spending. From there, you'll get cool graphs that help you visualize where your money is going. This is a great tool to get your budget under control. The envelope method is a way to organize your paycheck and plan ahead for your spending. In the past, the envelope method is where you would get your paycheck, cash it, and have a separate physical envelope at home for each category of your budget. While you can still use envelopes, I suggest cutting out several steps and setting up sub-savings accounts for each part of your budget. At Case, you can open up to 9 sub-savings accounts and label them however you want. Set up direct deposit for your paycheck, and you can organize your money easily all in one place. Use your bill calendar to know how much money to set aside for your needs. Don't forget to add sub-accounts for your wants as well, and set a spending limit that your paycheck can support. Each payday, divide up your money into every category based on the limit you have set. Once you've spent all the money from that category, you cannot spend more until you get paid again. Another way to keep your wants to needs ratio in check is the 50-30-20 rule. This is the idea that you spend 50% of your income on needs, 30% on your wants, and 20% into your savings. This can be a great way to prioritize and adjust your budget. It can help you set goals on increasing your monthly income so you have more money to spend on your wants. It's another way to get you out of mental accounting and work within your means. My third budgeting tip is to never forget about establishing an emergency savings. It's a sad fact that 68% of Americans do not have enough money to cover a $400 surprise bill. Not being able to pay a surprise bill can set anyone behind and get you in a cycle of not making ends meet. Set yourself up for success and make sure an emergency savings is in your budget. In the 50-30-20 rule, 20% of your income would ideally go to savings. If this is not realistic for you right now, don't be afraid to start small. Create a dedicated savings account and put $15, $10, or even $5 a paycheck in that savings account. Whatever you can afford to start with will help you in the future. Starting a budget and sticking to it can be overwhelming for anyone. Please know you don't have to do it alone. Case offers free budget and financial counseling to all members and non-members. Our counselors can help you get started on tracking your spending, creating a budget, and identifying where you can cut or grow your money. All you have to do is reach out to us and we'll connect you with a counselor. In addition to that, we have many community partners that can help you with more issues that may be holding you back, such as housing or food insecurity, support with utility bills, and more. To learn more, reach out to us through our contact center, using Secure Chat in your app, or by visiting us in the branch. Thank you for watching, and check out more financial wellness tips and videos on our website, and have a great day.